Hello guys, let's get right into the game. I'm playing Valira the Rogue against Jaina the Mage. My starting hand leaves a lot to be desired, especially since I get to go first. The only thing reasonably close to being cheap is the Unfell Grizzly, so I leave it be and mulligan the remaining 2 cards. What I get back is even worse, another Booty Bay Bodyguard and a Reckless Racketeer at 6 crystals. What you've seen so far is a fairly good indicator of the sort of deck I'm playing here. There are many creatures with taunt in it so that I can stay behind their backs and stab my opponents to death. My opponent sure is taking her sweet time with her hand. There we go. I have nothing to do this turn, so I skip it immediately. I also begin to compulsively fire the Catapult. The card I have drawn, Fan of Knives, is useful in many different circumstances, so I'm glad to have it in my hand in advance, even though it's currently useless. Mirror Image is a wizard favorite. Cheap and effective, it blocks you from dealing damage in most ways while allowing the wizard time to breathe. I draw a Frostwolf Grunt, which is extremely fortunate since it means I no longer have to wait for the bell to have bold presence. Anything that wants to fight with Valira has to go through my Grunt first, since he's got taunt. As do the mirror images. Unlike them, however, my Grunt has 2 points of attack. That's enough to kill the illusions in 2 turns, if he lives that long. Let's not forget that wizards have Fireball as their special ability, dealing 1 point of damage to anything they desire. I top deck, or in layman's speak, draw the Pine-sized Summoner. She allows me to spend 1 less crystal per turn when playing a creature, but for that to work I need to keep her alive, so I'm reluctant to send her into the battlefield right now, especially since 1 crystal will go to waste that way. On the other hand, if I keep summoning creatures without the summoner's help, she'll be a missed opportunity. With a heavy heart, I put her there. She doesn't seem to mind. Let's see what Jaina's got in store for us. She has used the coin. This essentially gives her a 4th crystal this turn. Using all of them, she summons Ascension Shieldmaster. Excellent creature with taunt, but a creature nonetheless. He needs to go through my Grunt as well if he wishes to do further damage. With the summoner to help me in my efforts, I will need 4 mana crystals to summon the Booty Bay Bodyguard. That's a better creature with taunt. He cannot be taken down in 1 hit by the Shieldmaster alone. Summoning Sickness prevents my BBB from attacking, so I cannot outright kill the troll, but I don't want to end the turn just yet. I'm not reckless enough to see merit in sacrificing my Grunt for some damage on the Shieldmaster, but there's still a mirror image left to be disposed of.
Coming through.
It took me a brief while to decide which creature I wanted to use, even though it was essentially of no significance. I've got 9 points of damage on the board. I need to get through a troll, that's a given, but once I do I can dish out the first points of hero damage in this match. Frost Nova freezes all of my minions, preventing them from harming anything next turn. They still deal counter-attack damage, of course. The Grunt is dead, but my bodyguard remains alive and well. Time for my turn. Thanks to the Pine-sized Summoner, I can put the Reckless Racketeer into play this turn. Although that would not do me much good since all of my minions are frozen, I would only be able to attack the Troll and that would kill the Racketeer for no good reason. Let's summon an Ironfell Grizzly and a Magma Rager instead.
Job's done.
From a strictly damage dealing point of view, I'm in great shape. As it is, I could get rid of all enemy creatures and deal 5 points of damage to the hero without using a single crystal. That being said, it's not my turn yet. With my bodyguard turned into a sheep, my damage potential has been drastically altered. The bell is dead as well. On the bright side, all that stands between me and Jaina are 2 defenseless mirror images. I need to deal 2 points of damage twice. My ship can do that, and I'd rather not spend crystals on drawing my hero's weapon. This leaves the Summoner and the Rager. Now I can deal 6 points of damage with impunity.
Job's done.
A turn well spent. I have 13 points of damage on the board. My opponent needs to neutralize at least some of that, or suffer the consequences. Didn't see that one coming, did you?
Well played.
A mage that can deal 1 point of damage each turn, versus a creature that has a single point of health but deals lots of damage. A secret has been cast. They are always a pain, but let's not dwell on that. So far, I've got 8 points of damage on the board and seem to be in a dominating position. Let's extend my lead further by summoning a Callhound. What? Oh no! Of all the things! Oh, well, I need to kill that Coalhound, and it seems that my Reckless Racketeer is the best option I have. Now let's deal 3 points of damage, and then the turn. Overall, I'm not really that much worse off. My damage potential adds up to 12, and Jaina still doesn't have anything on the board. Farewell, Coalhound. I hardly knew ye.
Thank you.
Alright, this guy makes her spells stronger. He has to die. It's not a matter of if, it's not even a matter of when, it's merely a matter of how. I need to deal 4 points of damage. Fan of Knives could help, but I don't want to waste it on a single creature like that. My sheep can deal 1 point of damage. My summoner can deal 2 and live. The remaining point will have to come from my own hero. There we go, the other side of the board is nice and clean. Let's summon the Ironfell Grizzly to protect my pint-sized summoner. I'm out of creature cards. I would love to start stabbing Jaina, but my default weapon deals a single measly point of damage, and it only lasts 2 turns, making poisoning it undesirable. No Archmage, I am not No! Not my beloved summoner! I was not ready for this, not ready at all. Goodbye, summoner. You have served me well. This Archmage fellow troubles me. He's got 7 points of health, full attack, and empowers Jaina's spells. To get rid of him now, I'd have to sacrifice the Grizzly, use the Fan of Knives, poison my weapon, and take 4 points of damage on my hero. That's not happening. I'd rather make it his problem to break through my defenses. While he's at it, let's hope I can draw something helpful in getting rid of him. What's nice is that the Archmage doesn't have Taunt, which means that I can keep hitting Jaina as I please. She's already 12 points of life behind me, so in an even fight, she dies first. Okay, this is getting scary, that's even more spell damage as well as a decently strong creature. The Fireball kills the Rager, the Grizzly falls to the Archmage, and suddenly I'm more naked than if I was playing strip poker. What I receive is Backstab. It deals 2 points of damage to a creature that has not been damaged. The Ogre Mage, I fit the bill. Fan of Knives would deal 1 point to both creatures and give me a card. This leaves a single point of health on the Ogre, which I can shave off with my hero. Let's do this. Alright, I got the Sen'jin Shieldmaster.
Here we go.
I can play it this turn and prevent the Archmage from getting any funny ideas about attacking Valera. Of course, he's free to charge into the Shieldmaster and die. I'd love for it to happen. You'll move, mage. What you gonna do, fire the puny fireball at me? Yikes! Great ball of fire.
Well played.
At least the Archmage is now dead, as is my Shieldmaster. We're back to a level playing field. And by level, I mean empty. Not for long, it's not. Go forth, Grunt.
What you want?
Now let's stab her right in the
Here
face.
we go.
For 1 point of damage. That was about as much as I could have done. 6 crystals gone to waste, not a regret in my heart. So Jaina, tell me, what's your secret? If it only was that easy. The Grunt bites the dust, smashed and overkilled. Whoa! Right, not funny. I'm getting dangerously low. Ouch. I could assassinate. Really nice to have around, but not exactly helpful at this point. All I can do is stab my opponent. But she does as much damage with her fireballs, and I'm currently the one with a health deficit. 7 points of health. That's 7 turns of fireballs alone. I need something. And I need it quick.
You know, take candle.
Really? Is this how it ends? Will I be forced to use Assassinate on a kobold just to keep him from killing me? Assassin's Blade! Finally, I'm back in action! Look at this beauty, works for 4 turns, deals 3 damage, but with my lovely batch of poison... That's 5!
Go.
Times 3, that's 15, exactly as much health as my opponent has. That's 2 turns, not including this one. I can even afford to assassinate the kobold at some point. What are you gonna do, Jaina? Draw cards and pray. Alright, you do that. I shouldn't get overconfident, I am still very low on health. Any stray damage can turn this victory march into a funeral. She's got 2 points of damage in that kobold, 1 in the fireball. This will take me down to 3, 1 turn away from dying. Fortunately, I have Assassinate on hand to eliminate the kobolds, so as long as she can't throw more than fireballs at me, I should be able to live 3 more turns. Everything is going according to my predictions so far. Oh, that's not good at all. I'm down to 3 health, what if that's reverse damage? Wait, isn't Ifranai a paladin card? Either way, I have no idea what this secret is. That's kinda implied in it being called a secret in the first place. I can worry all I want, but I don't exactly see an alternative course of action for these circumstances. I need to do all that can be done. If it's reverse damage, I can't even burn that with my Crusader, since she does 3 points herself, not to mention summoning sickness. I can't afford to wait. If this shall be my downfall, so be it. Well played, you bastard. You set this trap for me, and now I need to walk right into it. What? Nothing happened. But why? And it even wasn't the minion duplication one. So what is it? How do I trigger it? Hell, how do I not? Wait, there's this block of ice that blocks damage that would otherwise be fatal, and that's a mage secret. Oh boy. That is not a welcome sight. That berserker gets +3 damage every time it gets hit. Like right now. Fortunately, it's still affected by summoning sickness, and I have Vanish in my hand. Right, let's activate that secret. I know it in advance, also please don't flood me with comments saying that if so I should have attacked with my Crusader first. This makes almost no difference. Here we are. She's at 5 health, I'm at 3. Wondering whether I will live through this.
Here we go.
The secret is triggered Ice Block. Prevents fatal damage and vulnerability for the remainder of this turn. That's horrifying. It would also be the thing getting me killed next turn had I not gotten Vanish. As it stands, I can adjourn my death. And I shall do so. With a little bit of confused surprise, I noticed that my Scarlet Crusader can still be summoned. Let's bring her back in. Nothing left to backstab, I'm afraid. So let's end the turn, cross fingers, and hope she can find 2 more points of damage on top of the one from the fireball. Or else I'm toast. Actually, I think I'm screwed either way. That was funny, but meaningless. Either way, I think I'm still screwed. There's still one secret over her, right? It's been there for a long time and hasn't been triggered by anything. Can you guess why? That's because it's another ice block. It's going to activate as I hit her, prevent the damage and shield her for the rest of the turn. I'm not worried about my weapon breaking, it's just that I have no more ways to stall, so the berserker will kill me next turn. Well done. Well fought. You have outsmarted me.
Well played.
And bested me. Now, I shall face
Well played.
my destiny.
Here we go.
I won? I won! Guys, it was something else! It was something else.